I couldn't see or hear anything from Graham at all.
Graham!
And I thought he was dead.
Can you hear me?
I mean, I really did think he was dead.
A check on Graham. Mumba, is he okay? Mumba, is he okay?
Graham has taken the full impact of the crash.
Is he okay?
It's his foot. His foot is hanging off.
But he's alive?
Yes, he's breathing.
So that was a huge relief.
Graham is the most severely injured of them all. In shock, he doesn't grasp the full horror of what has happened.
I knew my back was damaged and I knew my feet were damaged, but I didn't realize how bad.
Adrenaline is numbing Graham's pain.
When I looked down, my one foot was badly damaged with my leg bone sticking out. I could see out of one eye a little bit and everything was blooding up very fast.
To add to his misery, Graham can barely hear the other men. His hearing aid has been lost in the crash.
You hurt bad.
I'm afraid I can't feel my legs.
I couldn't move my legs. And then I realized that, you know, I was paralyzed. You're lying there. You're the pilot. You are responsible. You know, these guys are your responsibility. And I was thinking, you know, Graham is in dire straits. You know, he needs help.
We need to make radio contact. We need to contact Lusaka.
Okay.
Remember, you need to switch the radio on.
It's a massive risk. With the plane soaked in fuel, one spark from the radio's electrics could trigger an explosion and kill them all. But it's their only hope.
So we turned the radio on, and you can hear a click.
Mayday. Mayday. Can you hear me? Mayday. Mayday. Can you hear me? Mayday. Mayday, can you hear me? If you're out there, can you hear me?
I was lying on one wing. Graham was lying underneath the other thing. And I mean, we would have been fireballed.
Mumba, turn it off. Turn it off now. Now!
I said, this is crazy, you know, we've got electrics flying around and let's turn it off, forget it, it's not going to work.
Their only means of communication is damaged beyond repair. The four men are now stranded in one of the remotest areas of Central Africa, with no idea if anyone even knows that they've crashed.
Would anybody be missing us? Is anybody going to come and look for us? And how would they ever find us in this place?
They now face a new danger. Exposure to the blistering African temperatures, which can rise to over 100 degrees.
The sun just bearing down on you, you couldn't get out of it, you were exposed. It certainly felt as if I was burning.
3 hours since the crash, the intense heat and lack of water is beginning to take its toll on the men.
It was so hot that we all needed water very badly.
Without water, the men will soon begin to suffer extreme dehydration.
You can survive without food for ages and ages, but you can't survive without water for very long.
I wanted Mumba to go into the trees and see if he could find some water. But he didn't want to go into the trees.
You need to find water, okay? Water?
He was definitely afraid. Almost certainly he was in shock and traumatized.
You need to get some water.
Going in! Going in! Yes!
You're the only one that can move. Please, Mama. Okay.
To find water, Mumba must venture alone into the bush. But he knows it's also home to dangerous predators.
He definitely had a strong fear of wild animals, and we were in a game management area where there was a lot of game. I was sort of left in the clearing by myself and sort of listening for him. I was concerned for his welfare.
Eventually, Mumba returns.
I've managed to find a stream.
Excellent, Mumba. Well done.
When Mumba came back and said, look, I've managed to find some water, then that was fantastic. Mumba was the hero of the moment. I mean, he really was.
Oh, that is good. That is so good.
The water brings only temporary relief to the men.